The van used by one of West Michigan's most notorious killers will be destroyed. The Dodge Grand Caravan belonging to Jeffrey Willis played a key role in his murder trials. Willis was eventually convicted of killing Jessica Heeringa and Rebekah Bletsch. Tonight, 13 on Your Side's Charlie Tinker tells us why prosecutors want the van destroyed and why the judge agrees.
Yeah, the judge effectively denied a competing request by Willis. That was the last legal hurdle, we're told. Now law enforcement can move forward and ensure this vehicle, this reminder of these horrific crimes, is never on the road again.
We were notified of the court's ruling, both very pleased and happy to hear.
Circuit Court Judge William Marietti this month ruled in favor of the Muskegon County prosecutor's request the van used by convicted serial killer Jeffrey Willis be destroyed.
We're certainly in trying to figure out what our next steps are, and ultimately that may involve conversations with families.
A jury convicted the 52-year-old in the 2014 murder of Rebekah Bletsch and the killing of Norton Shore's gas station clerk Jessica Heeringa a year earlier.
And he used that van when he abducted Madison Nygaard. That van was one of the biggest pieces of committing his crimes.
In the opinion issued this month, Marietti agreed riding the van was, quote, employed by the defendant to facilitate the criminal behavior for which he was convicted, referring to it as derivative contraband and agreeing the van would not be returned, effectively shutting down a counterargument filed by Willis asking the van to be turned over to his representative and a peculiar request for hundreds of thousands of dollars in fees.
Very degrading towards law enforcement, degrading towards me personally. Ultimately, that's all been essentially smashed. Mr. Willis is barking up a tree that just doesn't exist.
According to a disposition of property motion filed in July of 2021, the Dodge Grand Caravan had been, quote, held in the custody of Muskegon County Sheriff's Office since its seizure in May 2016, in the process racking up a bill for around $96,000 in storage fees, according to law enforcement.
It's such a symbol of violence. We don't need someone out in the public getting a hold of this vehicle and turning it into something that it shouldn't be.
Now, the van will ultimately be crushed. I spoke with the sheriff. He told me he began making calls on that this week, but no definitive timetable has been established to destroy the van just yet. In Muskegon County, Charlie Tinker, 13 on Your Side.